Hi, guys. Welcome back to episode 7 of Relatively Chaotic with your 3 favorite cousins, Austin, Danielle, and Haley. We are so excited to welcome Molly, our first guest to the podcast, cousin Molly, to make it official. If I would have planned my life a little bit better, I would have looked up what cousin number you are, Molly. I think you're like,
I don't know.
I can tell you, you are number 18.
There we go.
18.
I was going to say
Molly.
19, so.
I was going to say 16, so somewhere in
Well,
there.
I'm 14, and there are, math
Several.
that out,
Okay.
multiple cousins
14.
between you and I, considering that we were born
I'm
less than a
18.
year apart.
Yes,
Yeah,
I should be
less than
18
a year
then.
apart. Yeah.
Big year.
Woohoo!
We did it.
It was a lot. It was a lot. A lot of children born that year. Awesome. Well, any life updates anyone would like to share since the last time that we chatted? The last time that we chatted, just for a reference, was right after Grandma's funeral, which,
Oh, yeah.
All right.
yes. So, any
was uplifting.
happier updates?
Yeah.
Any happier updates since then?
I was so tired that day. Oh, my God.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
the whole thing was.
took a huge nap when I got home.
Mhm. Yeah, it was a lot, for sure.
I think since then, I actually literally just landed from Boston today. So I
Feels
I
right.
just have a series of travel adventures following that week in Iowa. So Boston is a trip. I'll say that much. I've
Yeah,
never...
from Portland to Boston. That's a haul.
Yeah. Actually, on my trip there, I was upgraded to first class, which I've never flown before, and it was nice.
Weird.
Would it be
Crazy.
worth it to upgrade again in the future if you're ever given the opportunity?
No, I'm not going to pay that. But if I'm like upgraded by status, I would totally do that.
Absolutely.
If it's free,
Yeah.
But I don't remember the last time I went to a city and was assaulted with so many food options that I did not want to eat. Not because necessarily the food I think was bad, though I do have a story about that. But because it was all like food I don't want to eat. It was all like carby, rich foods. It was like, but like Italian or I don't know. It was just all foods I didn't want to eat.
That sounds great.
Yeah,
Those are all foods I would eat.
same. And that's why Austin is our resident picky eater.
I will say, I did try and avoid eating out as much as possible while I was there. However, I got real hungry and I made some placements in my dancing and decided to treat myself and ordered this dish. It was like a tortellini and red sauce and grilled chicken. Sounds great. I was like, homemade pasta. I don't normally eat pasta, but let's give it a whirl. It gets there an hour later, and I open it up, and it's like a massive amount of food. Sorry, this is a whole tangent about food we're going on today. But
That tracks, though.
Here we are. I'm excited, and I like go to smell it, and I'm like, what is this smell? I am thoroughly perplexed, and I'm not sure if I should taste it. I eventually do, and I'm like, I guess it tastes like tomato sauce with the red sauce. And then my friend comes in. I'm like, can you tell me, does this smell weird? And he was like, yes. And I was like, I don't know why. It's supposed to be grilled chicken plus the noodles. And he's like, you know what it is? It smells like, instead of like charring the chicken and you're smelling the char of that chicken, it smells like they cooked it on a grill and char from other things came off on that chicken. And that is an
Ew.
dish. Yeah, and I didn't eat it.
Okay.
Well, I don't blame you.
No.
Yep.
I wouldn't have eaten it either.
So that's my food adventure from this weekend.
Well, I'm sorry when you tried to treat yourself, it was a fail, but you said you placed. Say more.
Yes, I placed first as an advanced Lindy Hop dancer, which is my preferred style, and then second in a crossover competition where you're supposed to be good at both Lindy Hop and West Coast Swing. So overall, a lot of fun this weekend. I taught a lot as well, so it was I literally had 2 hours of sleep going from Thursday to Friday, and then a bunch of things going on, and not a lot of sleep. You walk out of these weekends swung over, but
Mm-hmm.
worth it. Hashtag worth it. So that's me. That's my update. Someone else talk.
Sounds like a grand adventure. Danielle or Molly, do you have any life updates you'd like to share?
I am entering my busy season for work, which also
Woo.
coincides and overlaps with just my busy season in my own yard because that is part of my work. So I'm very excited. I've had several clients. I'm doing a lot of projects. Good things.
So you look.
That's very exciting. Do you want to tell us about what you do, Molly?
Sure.
Sorry, Austin.
So I own a native landscaping consulting company called Queen of the Prairie, and I go into people's yards and we walk around and we talk about their goals, and then I come up with a plan for native species that they can put into their yard based on like, oh, maybe they just want to tuck in a few natives with their existing landscaping, or maybe they want to take out a whole bunch of their yard and put that into a native planting. So I come up with plans for that. I'm actually working with a church right now, so it's these huge grounds that
Ooh.
they've got the opportunity for a lot of projects. And then in my own yard, I've got like prairie in the front and perennial polyculture in the back. And I'm setting that up to grow with my business so that if I want to do that in the future, I can either show people what I do or I can teach people about either of those with my own yard.
That's exciting, but also, yeah, a busy time for you.
Yeah.
Congrats
spring.
on that big project for the church. So
Yeah.
that's cool.
Thanks.
Very exciting.
Mal, I have a question.
Yep.
Too many questions today. Someone at any point can just shut me up. I think I'm running on plane fumes, so I'm everywhere. Molly, of the people older than you in our family, do you know, is there anyone who has a comparable green thumb to you?
Of the people older than me?
Older than you, yeah.
In terms of cousins,
Mm-hmm.
not that I can think of, but Mick is a big gardener.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And Sue does a lot with flowers. And then I'm
really?
not sure who else. Yeah.
Okay. Things I didn't know.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
my mom has a decent flower garden.
your mom has a nice flower garden.
She really likes
And
roses. She always does stuff with
Pam
roses.
and Jean
Mm-hmm.
usually have very nice landscaping. I haven't seen their newest house, but I assume their landscaping there is very nice as well. So
Well, I think they moved into a condo, so I'm not sure
They
what
might
they
not
may
be
or
able
may
to.
not be allowed
Sure.
to do. But yeah,
They
have had
previously their
very
house
made
was very
baskets
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
But in terms
But
of
it still looks
cousins,
nice.
I don't think so. And then after me, there's Ben.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He's
Oh,
got a
Ben.
big green thumb, and I'm not sure who else.
Ben, number 28.
Mm-hmm.
End of the
Yep.
line.
The
The baby.
bookend.
The baby.
Yeah.
Well, I can update on
Yeah.
what I've done. It's not that exciting. But since Grandma's funeral, we had a birthday party for both my nephews because they're both born in March. So one of them turned 1, the other one turned 3. It was that day where it was like 80 degrees, so it was really nice to be outside. And I always joke with my sister-in-law because for their birthday parties, they invite like aunts and uncles and godparents and then their families. But for my nieces, it's me and her uncle who don't have kids, so it's like a very chill time. And then for them, they all have kids, so I think there was like 8 children under the age of 7. If not more. There could have been more.
Wow.
I don't even know. It couldn't. So it was
That's a
it
lot.
was fun. It was nice that it was like nice out, so we could just like send them on the swing sets and all the toys and be like, go nuts. But it was fun. They had a great time, but it was very, as always, chaotic. I was like such different vibes in Paisley's birthday party.
Yeah.
So that was fun. Got to see them. And then I don't know if I got sick from that or if I got sick from the funeral, but then I was like down for a week. So I didn't do anything.
I have a question.
That's all I got.
I have a question, Danielle.
Yeah.
When you're around this number of kids, do you ever like now have like a self check. You like walk out of that space and you're like, all right, both hips still there, both hips still fine.
You're so rude.
I'm just
Yes.
curious.
Because do you know what's so funny? So for everyone listening, I picked up a child, and it permanently ruined my body. I have permanent hip damage now. Like, not
Not
even a
even like
joke.
a large child. It was
No.
like a small 2-year-old girl.
Yeah.
Like,
And
not
I
a
was
big.
like in really good shape at that point in my life too. So it was such a fluke. Like, I don't know. But yeah, no. And then, you know, it's funny that you say that about the birthday party. Hazley's birthday party, her first birthday party, was like the day after that wedding. So I was
Oh,
like
yeah.
full on limping, crippled, couldn't like walk or move. And the other side of the family, her other grandpa, not my dad, thought it was hilarious that I was like, what, 28 coming in and couldn't move. So every birthday party, he's like, any new injuries? And I'm like, nope,
Not this time.
I'm good. The
Maybe
one
next
time I
time.
come in and I can't walk, and now it's a running joke. But no, I didn't have any hip injuries after that. So just the same one.
Continually.
It will be
just
with you
the
forever
ongoing
now.
lifer. No, honestly, I've been to like rounds of PT and many
Yeah.
doctor's appointments, and this is who I am now.
Well,
So,
at least you know that, and you can adjust your life accordingly.
yeah, just be in
Can-
pain. We don't run
Can you
anymore.
predict bad weather now?
Not in my hip, in my toes.
Oh, okay.
Can we dive
You remember
into
she
that?
broke her toes?
How did you
For
break your
sure.
toe again? I don't remember. I know that you
I-
broke your toe, but
I've broken all of my toes. I would say
Okay.
the worst break was I slipped on ice and cracked it like at the base of my foot. But
which toe predicts the weather?
Yeah, is it
Yeah.
like a certain
All
angle?
of them.
that one.
That
one
one? That
does.
one predicts
So it's
the weather?
my right
Okay.
foot, big toe.
Oh.
Oh,
Okay.
that's a rough one.
Yeah. And I asked cousin Eric what
Yeah.
he would do to fix that, and he's like, "Oh, we'd have to break it and reset it." And I was like,
Oh,
"The arthritis has already set in, and
Never
I'll do it on my
mind.
own time eventually."
Not worth it.
No, couldn't be
worth
me.
No. The person that won't even go to the doctor for anything is definitely not going to have them do something.
No,
Absolutely
I'm not
not.
gonna pay someone to break my foot. I do that
Oh.
perfectly fine on my own.
I feel you,
For
girl.
free.
I feel it, yeah.
Haley, anything crazy going on in your life in the last time?
Well,
Since last time?
let's see. Since the last time I saw you guys, Sophia, I picked her up from her Mexico trip. So she had a really great time exploring the city with her host student and family. They saw a castle that I couldn't tell you the name of because it's difficult. And they did like paddle boating and saw sights of the city. And the host student she stayed with is involved in the local theater there. So they're doing Seussical the musical. So she got to help with the set design, which she's excited about because she usually does set design for like her own school's musical and stuff. So she was happy about that.
allegedly.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
And then let's see what else. Oh, we had a wedding this past weekend of a really good friend of ours that actually her mom and my mom are best friends since elementary school. So she got married and we went to her wedding. It was a really good time. We had a ton of fun, but I am super tired because we stayed up till like 2 a.m. just chatting and hanging out in the hotel lobby. And now I would love to go to bed in about 4 minutes. Just powering through it, you know?
I have a question. So when it comes to Sophia's return, do you feel like based on how she talks about the trip, do you feel like she's gotten any like more sense of adventure or like that has influenced her sense of like schooling or how far she wants to be from home, or it's just like a chapter and she's like, great, moving on?
Yes and no. So her response when I asked her that was, it's really weird to be like without us. She did end up choosing Iowa State as a college. She made the decision yesterday.
Congrats.
So,
Yay.
deciding to stay closer to home, I think that she liked, so it was like microbiology at Iowa State, or Purdue was biochemistry, and I think she just liked microbiology better.
Sure.
And it's not as far away from home. It's not as expensive. All of the pros and cons, it just made more sense. I have a friend that used to work for Iowa State, though, and she said that she could still take classes at Purdue.
Oh, cool.
Like as an exchange program. So if there's a class she really wants to take, she could see about studying there for a semester or doing like a remote program or something like that. So the door is not completely shut there. She may eventually go there as a master's program. So door's not shut. It's just for her undergrad, she'll for sure be at Iowa State. But yeah, she was not sure how she felt about being out in the world without us. So I'm sure that there are things that she liked, and then some things that she was probably like, somebody do this for me or help me. So yeah, officially decided on Iowa State, but at least that decision is done. We are moving on. Yeah.
That's exciting.
It is exciting.
That's like one of the hardest parts about going to college, is actually like learning how to manage your own life, honestly. Yeah. So like, good for her knowing that and having that self-awareness.
We'll get there.
Well, welcome to the real world. It sucks. She's gonna love it.
Yeah, exactly. Great friends quote.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm here for you. Perfect. Well, the first segment of our show today is our factory settings, where we explore some facet of our personality traits. Today, we are going over our stress responses, like how stress characteristic, I guess. We took a quiz from the Very Well Mind, which they have a lot of quizzes on their website, so we might be using them as a resource again. So stress responses are your body's built-in alarm system, like a hyper alert security guard that sometimes mistakes a shadow for a threat and hits the siren anyway. At a high level, when your brain senses danger, real or perceived, it activates the nervous system and really releases stress hormones like adrenaline and cortisol. From there, your body chooses a strategy on how to survive. So there are lots of different responses. There's like fight, flight, freeze, fawn, which is a new one I'd never heard of, which is let's just keep everyone happy so we stay safe. So that'd be like the people pleasers of the world. So yeah, those were some of the options. Who would like to go over their test results first?
I will, so I don't forget.
Okay, perfect.
Mine was overthinker, which doesn't surprise me at all, to be completely honest with you. Because like if I care, I will care, and I want to have control to strategize to make sure everything is going to go how I think it needs to. Especially, I would say, like at work, I probably overthink the most, just because I want to make sure I'm like strategizing and on the right path and considering all of the spinning plates at all times. So I think what it said was, you don't just stress, you're a master at it. And I was like, well, isn't that cute? Which tracks, because my aura ring tells me that my stress levels are constantly at critical level. So makes sense.
How do you like your Oura ring? Do you like try and hit those like badges? It's like, I don't know, like 3 badges you're hitting: stress, sleep, and
stress, sleep, and like activity levels. And I'm always thriving for activity levels and sleep. I've done so much work on my sleep hygiene, guys, because historically I have been a terrible sleeper. So it's working. But it keeps being like, you're gonna die from stress. And I'm like, live, laugh, love. That stresses me out.
Laugh, live, love, live, love, laugh.
Thanks for telling me that. It's exactly what I needed to hear to become more stressed.
Yeah, so that's in the burning red, and the other ones are in the blue.
Balance.
Yeah, right? When I'm sleeping, I'm not stressed. You're welcome. But yeah, so is anyone surprised by that? Props not.
No.
Yeah.
Not even a little bit.
No, but I have a question. That's my quote of the day. What are your strategies though for getting you out of that cycle of overthinking? I assume at this point in your very young life that you have a few
Thank you
things.
for that.
You're welcome.
Because my birthday's next week, so I am
Yeah,
so
it
young.
is.
I would say like I will do yoga. I feel like that helps me. I go on walks. I feel like that helps me hang out with friends or just like put it in perspective of like, okay, does this actually matter? I like to say all the time, will it matter in 5 years? And if not, then like it doesn't matter that much, and I'm being over dramatic about it.
You know who also said that? I think Cher said that.
I was just gonna say that, Austin.
Sorry.
Cher gave Kristen Bell that advice
Yes.
when they were doing the
really?
burlesque movie. Yeah, like if it's not gonna matter in 5 years, it doesn't matter. That was Cher's advice to Kristen Bell. So I literally was thinking the same thing.
I love that because I love that movie and I don't remember that. Like I wasn't trying to copy
Oh no,
Cher,
no, no.
but
Like
I am a
Cher,
parrot,
the
so
person gave Kristen Bell. Like
yeah.
it was not in the movie.
Oh, okay.
She just said it in an
Gotcha.
interview that Cher is the one that gave her that advice.
Was it their podcast? Okay, gotcha.
I don't know where. No, I think it was like a press interview or something. I
Oh.
think that she
Yeah.
said it.
I am Cher, so
Perfect.
yes,
Do you believe in life after love?
I do.
Wonderful. Now that song's gonna be stuck in my head.
I know.
Oh, any other thoughts you'd like to share about your overthinker?
No, I think we really wrapped it up with Cher.
Yeah. In case you'd like to know how Chatty describes your stress response, it's is like your overthinking is like your brain opening 47 browser tabs, hitting refresh on all of them, and then asking, but what if there's another angle we missed? It's not random. It's actually a stress response, usually tied to flight with a little bit of freeze in there. So
yeah, that feels
also
right.
ChatGPT, explain that.
That does beg the question, Danielle, how many tabs do you have open on your computer at any given time?
I have my computer open right now, so let's see. Like 11 is all right now.
That's not bad.
That's not that bad.
Yeah. It's all in here. It's all
I
in
did
here.
recently restart my computer, so that helps. But
Kicked you out of everything you had open.
Yeah.
Perfect. Awesome. Well, who else would like to share their stress response results?
I can go next.
Perfect.
I am the overachiever. So it says, stress, I eat it for breakfast. I power through pressure like a machine, which, yes, this is true. When things are going on and like I'm having everything come at me at once, I am able to dial in and kind of triage and execute and just plow through everything, which is really great in an actual crisis situation, but is not helpful if it's just kind of a stressful Tuesday. And I've had to like talk to myself about, hey man, we don't need to dial in this much. That's too much.
Or
Yes.
asking for help.
Or asking for help. No, I'm too focused.
Yep.
Yeah.
I do it
I was
all.
like, we've talked about this.
Yeah. I talked to Danielle, and she is like, and Charles, my husband, about how like I will just do things, and it'll be like catastrophic things happening that I could ask for help on, and I'll just be like, no, I'm just going to tackle this, and then it will be done. And they're both like, no, please don't do that anymore.
Yeah. Molly, I also got the overachiever. So a couple of things to note on what they said was like, things to help would be schedule breaks, delegate when you can, and remember that rest is productive too.
No.
Yeah.
Don't do
Well,
that.
you know what's funny is like I think that for me, like the overachieving stress really is when I'm at work. Like I'm
Same.
fantastic in a crisis at work. I'm like, what's the most logical step? Like, how can we be efficient about this? I love efficiencies. But at home, like if I'm stressed, usually I'm like also stressed from having been at work. And then by the time I get home, I'm like, I can't be stressed anymore. So then I just kind of shut down and sit on the couch and watch a TV show I've seen 8 billion times before to help me relax. So I totally feel that, Molly. Chat GPT explains the overachiever stress response as it's a little like turning life into a high stakes game where your brain insists if we just keep winning, nothing can touch us. It's not just ambition, it's stress wearing a productivity costume. It's
Listen,
often.
listen. Have you ever just thought about trying harder about something?
Huh?
That's the solution.
If it's like if things are going on and things are going badly, you just dial in, try harder because that's healthy.
Yeah. Anything surprising, I guess, Molly, about being an overachiever that they kind of explained? Their explanations are brief, which I kind of appreciate.
No, this is stuff that I am aware of and have been trying to deal with in a healthy manner. How about
Good.
you? Were you surprised? Okay.
I was not. No, it wasn't really that surprising. I like to be productive and efficient. So,
Danielle and Austin, are you surprised that Haley and I are overachievers?
No.
No.
Not at all.
Not at all.
Okay.
what specific trait do you see in each of us that would point to being overachievers?
Well, Haley, have you historically had a color-coded planner situation? Have you ever had a color-coded?
Not ever once in my life. I take that back. Okay.
Oh.
We've talked about this before. I have ADHD. So you have those and maybe this is, I know I'm not the only one, but like you think to yourself, I could be more productive if my life was color coded. So you buy the notebook and you buy the highlighters and the colored pens, and then you start, and then ADHD kicks in and it never really goes any further than that. So yes, but I've never used it. I have other methods of like checklists and things to keep me on task. So that way I don't forget things or drop the ball. But no, I am not that organized that I actually would use a color. I love the idea of it, but in actual practice, it would never happen. I'd forget it exists, honestly.
That's fair. What about you, Molly?
I rely on my Google Calendar, which is color coded according to person.
Oh,
so that's about
so
as far
yes.
as that's about as far as into it as I can get. I got a planner this year and I did use it for a couple weeks, and then I just went back to using my Google Calendar because I had to cross-reference it all the time anyway.
Yeah, that makes sense. An electronic. Well, it's just like an electronic planner, so I think
Sure.
it counts.
It's in my pocket. I can whip it out at appointments and everything. I'm not going to carry my paper
Yeah,
planner
you
around.
can.
Thank you for saying it, Austin.
I never faced it. Haley disapproves.
I briefly thought something, but I was reading, and then I'm glad that y'all picked it up when I was not paying enough attention to assist. So good on you all. Well, that brings us to Austin. Austin, what did you get?
Well, I got one of the two mentioned. Which one do you think it is?
Overachiever.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with overachiever.
That is exactly right. Which is interesting, Molly, that you mentioned the refusal to ask for help. Because I hadn't really thought about that ramification when I was looking at this particular test. And I definitely respond or leverage that more or less depending on my mode. So kind of like you guys were talking about work self versus not work self. If I feel like at work, I'm most often historically known as a very resilient person who also can get shit done. And I'm most likely to slow things down if I feel like, guys, we are going off the trail here. We're working way too hard at this. Let's talk this out / delegate, spread the work out. So I feel like my work mode is definitely more likely to bring in help to resolve the stressful situation. Outside of work, yeah, if I just worked harder, if I just slept less,
Just try harder until it works.
Yep. But I was thinking about this as well, that I feel like there's a bit of a theme in some of my recreational activities, maybe in my last third of life, which I've categorize as like escapism that I feel like is an outlet for maybe how
Mm-hmm.
like crazy my life runs. Like I'm much more prone these days to like whimsically like jump in on some sort of like group trip to Disneyland or some sort of like group travel. Like I'm like, yeah, my
Mm-hmm.
weekend's free that weekend. Let me escape. However, I'm not going to plan those things for myself. I'm just like opportunistic. I'm like, oh yeah, that
Mm-hmm.
sounds great. So
Mhm.
that's been like an interesting, I feel like, result of being someone who's like
Locked
overachieving.
in all the time.
Yep.
Yeah, that's fair.
So you asked me this question, and I feel like you kind of answered it, Austin, as far as like escapism is like a coping mechanism for you. Do you have
Yeah.
anything else? And did the two of you have any stress
Hmm.
management that you find is useful that I can steal?
Well, I will say over the long term, like I feel like things balance out because of escapism. In the moment, I well definitely am someone who like focuses on breathing, like
Mm-hmm.
trying to notice where I typically notice where I'm breathing in my chest or in my gut. And then two, I love a good song. If I can get a song on and jam my way through something, I am like in the zone, gonna get it done. So
Yeah.
I feel like those are kind of like two things that come to mind. What about y'all?
Yeah, for me, I just try and like take a break. Sometimes I'm not great at like walking away from my desk, but I'll be like, okay, stop. Don't look at the computer screen. Like just, you know, focus on nothing for a minute. And then if I can get away from my computer, like if I have a long enough window, I'll go like walk around the office, or if it's nice outside, I'll take a quick walk outside just to like clear my head a little bit. I'm really bad at um, like I want everything to be done 4 seconds after I get it, and you know what? That's not realistic. So a lot of times I have to like stop. This is not an emergency. No one's going to catch on fire if I take 10 minutes to respond to this instead of, 2.2 seconds. So, yeah, it's really just slowing myself down and being like, okay, this is not a real emergency. You have time to work on this. Like, yeah, we can still get it done by the end of the day or even by the end of the hour, but if it's not done in 4 minutes, like it's
So
going to be okay.
practicing the pause.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Molly, do you have any coping mechanisms?
I just over time, I have the ability to do this just because the way my life is structured. I can kind of putz my way through my daily tasks and everything, and if I get bogged down in something, I can move on to another task to and then circle back. There's nothing usually that's going to force me to solve a problem right that second. So it gives me time to step back and mull things over and then return when I'm in just a better state.
Well, good to know that we are all at least similar. I mean, I feel like overthinking is not that far from overachieving. I mean,
Do
we're all just working as hard as we can
Do you
to
know
get
what I
something done.
think's interesting though? I wonder if because of my actual job and having to lead people, that's like changed. Because I would say probably in the past, like I was like, it has to be done. I have to get this off my list. I have to push forward and push through. And now I am delegating way more than I ever have. And
Right.
also dealing with a lot of people who do that, like have that mentality. So I have to be that person to tell them chill out. So
Right.
I think maybe it makes
Like,
me more self-aware to be
well,
like,
Yeah.
okay.
yeah,
So I'm wondering, because I have a lot of people on my team and they're very good at executing and they're very good at getting shit done, to Austin's point, but sometimes they're like, I don't have an answer. And I'm like, the email was sent at 6:20 and it is 6:28. You have time to get an
Yeah.
answer.
Figure
It's
it
gonna
out.
be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not a priority.
No.
Like
They
in
gave
that
you a
regard.
deadline
Mhm.
of the end of April. So use that time.
8 minutes seems like a stretch
Yeah, like
when you
I
had
don't
30
think they
days.
were expecting it today. Yeah.
I also like to get things done in 8 minutes, so I feel that.
No, I mean, wouldn't it be nice? Unfortunately. It's not
Yeah,
how the
doesn't
world's
always work that
going.
way.
No.
Wonderful. Well, any other thoughts on your stress responses or stress responses in general
I have one
before
other
we move on?
question.
Yes.
Well, it's for you both, Molly and Haley. Since you have long-term partners, do you feel like
Wow.
Rude.
You know he's also dissing
I
himself. If you consider that a diss, which it's
I
just
don't.
yeah. I was gonna say I wouldn't if I were you, but
My question is, do you feel like your partner's stress responses are more similar to each of you or different? And could you like describe that at all? Molly, go first.
yeah, I gotta think about this.
I think Charles is probably similar,
Mm.
where he dials in and he relies on himself, and you have to like touch base with him, maybe like, hey, can I take anything off your plate for this?
Mm.
How can I assist?
Mhm.
Otherwise, he'll just be too focused on dealing with it. But maybe I'll make him take the quiz later and see.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's a good. I should send this to Ryan to see. I will say that I don't think from like an overachieving standpoint, like he is always like everything's done right away, because like there's times where okay, so I am a last minute packer, you guys. But last minute packer is like I have packed and I can still go to bed at a reasonable hour and be ready to leave the next morning. Ryan is a like last minute packer in that it is midnight and he's still doing his laundry. And I'm trying to sleep with the bedroom light on. So, and maybe that's not a stress response, maybe that's just a plan. But like that just to me translates like maybe not an overachiever in that regard. But I might have to have him take the quiz because I'm not sure what his stress response would be.
Okay, report back.
Yeah. I'll have to remember that for next week. See if he'll take it. He's probably tired of all of the quizzes I sent him. might take this one too.
You're learning
I'm
and
curious.
growing together.
That's right.
Yes.
That's right. Perfect. Well, wrapping up the factory settings segment, we're going to move into our out-of-pocket question for today, which Danielle has an out-of-pocket question for us. What you got for us today?
I do. If you were a grocery store aisle, which one would you be and why?
Oh. Oh.
Oh,
Okay, I'm going to go with my gut on this.
I love
I'm
it.
going to be the Aldi finds aisle because it's straight chaos there.
So specific. Like to one store.
Yeah. Do you know what I mean though? Like
Yes.
they have gardening stuff, they have kitchen supplies, they have like window clings for every holiday, they have candles. Like I love the chaos. I never know what I'm going to find there. I really enjoy my time there. So that's mine. I'm sticking to it.
My
Anybody
first,
else have a gut?
my first instinct is to say produce, but I can't articulate why.
Oh.
Because they're
So,
plants and you are a plant lady?
I mean, I hadn't thought about it like that, but that is very literal. And I'm also very literal, so sure. I was thinking more like this is, it's wholesome. It's a whole food. I don't know. I don't know
Cool.
why.
You are also like a chef, so like you cook really good. That sounded really stupid. You cook real
You
good.
cook real good.
You cook real good.
Right,
I don't know
it's
where I
a
was
raw
going with that.
ingredient, I guess.
Yes, yeah. There we go. It's not like the prepared food section. So
I thought maybe Molly were picking that because you need tended to with care and consistency, otherwise you wither.
Oh
Does that
man,
resonate?
you guys are just bringing the insights.
that's right. That's all
We're
we're
gonna
about.
go with all of that because
All
it sounds
of
accurate.
that.
Yeah.
So,
All of what you guys said and what I said.
Perfect. Wonderful.
Yes.
great.
All right.
I can't wait for Austin's.
Yeah, Austin,
Well,
who are
here's the
you? What are
thing.
you?
Here's the thing. I originally was thinking to myself, I'm not sure, but I am a sugar fanatic. And then I was like, what actually? In stores, it's not always just candy that's an aisle. What is on that sign? So then I was looking at pictures of the aisle, and I feel like this particular aisle, aisle 3, which is my favorite number, which has cookies, candy, baby food, juices, snack bars, and sports drinks, just captures everything. You know, I'm a little bit sporty. I'm young at heart. That's the juice, baby food.
You're all the spices for the Spice Girls.
All those things. All those things.
Memorably sugar spice, as you tried to call out in a previous episode.
Baby food aside, the rest of it, it's all stuff that you can grab on the go to keep your energy up. And I feel like that's just very you.
Yeah.
You can grab me on the go to keep your energy up? That's what you're saying?
You are tired. Oh my God.
It's about to get real weird in here.
I am a good pick-me-up. That's what I took away.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly. For a good time, go to aisle 3.
Haley's going to cut out my entire response to this question.
No, it's great. We're keeping it all. All right, Danielle, you asked the question. What's yours?
As we know, I ask questions without any prepared thought of my own answers. I would say I'm just like thinking of foods that I like and nothing that actually like applies to me directly. Because I want to be like dairy, because cheese. Everybody likes cheese if they're worth liking, you know?
What else is usually in that cheese aisle? There's like meats, right? A little bit of yogurt.
Yeah.
In the dairy section, but you don't drink milk.
I don't. Milk is trash, but
So
all
that-
the dairy is delicious.
Hold up, like, okay, so at least in high V, at least in our high V, you got dairy with like the milk and like the basic cheeses. But our high V has a
You're
fancy
right.
cheese section.
Mhm.
Which cheese section are you?
I'm fancy cheese.
Okay, so you're like
For
the
sure.
candied nuts and the hot pepper jelly and
Yeah.
the
I'm the
Agree.
charcuterie section.
charcuterie section.
That's right. Yeah, because that is right next to the deli. So
Yes.
then you could get all the fancy meats and cheeses.
I think
Yeah,
this makes a
that's
lot
me.
more sense. Yep.
Yeah, that tracks a little bit more.
Yes.
If
Good,
you didn't say
good
that,
call out, Molly.
I would say my like other instinct for you would be the bread aisle, because you like bread.
I do like bread.
Oh, wait. Okay, wait. So let's see here, though. Is there a theme, though? So I chose a section that was not a cold section. Mine is, there's no refrigeration going on in my section. Danielle, cold as fuck. Haley, what was your section again?
No refrigeration.
No
It's the-
refrigeration.
yeah, the Aldi Finds aisle, the chaos aisle.
Okay, and then Molly, yours is chilled.
Yes. So not cold
Mm.
AF, but not hot and spicy.
I think this tracks for everyone.
Yes.
I don't know what
I'm-
you're trying to say.
I'm thinking about it in terms of like Haley and Austin are very high energy, they're very chaotic. They don't need that cold storage. You and I are a bit more mellow and
Mm.
chill.
Wow.
I would not ever
I don't-
describe Danielle as chill, but I appreciate
don't
the
know.
effort.
I know. I'm like, I'm gonna agree. I love it.
I don't think I would ever call Danielle
Would you
chill.
call her chaotic?
Sometimes.
Relatively. Relatively.
Yeah,
Relatively
yeah.
speaking, yes. But compared
Yeah.
to like Austin and Haley.
Oh no. Well,
But
she
let's just
can
view
be.
this as a spectrum.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
true.
I know.
Relatively chaotic. But yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, she probably could be on the lower end depending on the day.
That's true. It depends. I will chameleon. It depends on what the situation calls
Which is
for.
why you have that spicy jelly in your aisle.
That's right.
Wow.
That's right. It could be a nice soft brie or a crazy spicy jelly.
Nice hard cheese on the tip. Like, need some structure.
That's right. That's right.
So it's chaotic, but with strategy.
Yes.
It's like you're an overthinker or something.
Nope.
I think
Never
we've
heard
derailed it. We've fully derailed this, guys.
Yeah,
Share.
nailed it. 10 out of 10. Well, since there's nowhere else to go in the grocery store, we can move on to what I'm most excited about as a part of this episode, which is our Tales from the Kids Table section, where we discuss what it's like to grow up in our crazy, chaotic family. our crazy giant chaotic family, Molly is here to tell us the real story behind Cousin Sally and give us all the details that we missed when we talked about it way back in episode 2. So, Molly, now is your time to shine. Give us the skinny, the dirt. What happened to Sally?
So, Sally, for those who do not know, was my twin sister that my mom murdered, allegedly.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
And this story was made up by my brother Aaron, and I'm pretty sure our cousin Sarah.
Mm-hmm.
So the first time that I remember hearing about my sister Sally was when I was 4 years old, which is
Chill.
an insane story to tell to young children, because it would have been me and it would have been Betsy, who would have also been 4 or 5. So they're telling us this, and what's even crazier would have been that Sarah and Aaron would have been like 8 or 9, which that's just an insane story for second and third graders to think up to tell their preschool aged siblings. Like I have a 9-year-old, and if I heard him telling his sister that, I'd be like, "What are you doing?" But no, it's
Chill, man.
so the original story that I recall earliest was that Sally was naughty. I don't remember what she did. So mom chopped her up and put her in a wall. And then the story circulated throughout the years from cousin to cousin. And as far as I'm aware, none of the adults knew at
Until
all
really late.
until like 5 years ago. So I called my mom today and I was like, "Hey, we're going to be talking about Sally and how you murdered her. Do you have any thoughts on that?" And she's like, "Well, I think you're all nasty little bitches." No.
Shout out to Kathy.
Oh, that's good. I don't know how she got that reputation. That's crazy.
She's like, "No, I don't know why you guys the reason it was her was because Aaron's the one that made it up,
Right.
which sounds like a story that Aaron would make up, so that tracks.
Mhm.
But like, it just, unfortunately for mom, she happens to also be Aaron's mother,
Mhm.
so she got caught. She got looped in on that. So she's like, "I don't know what I did to deserve that. I can't believe you guys were passing these stories around." And I'm like, "Well, you did used to tell all of us that you would beat little knobs in our head. So I guess we kind of took it in stride and didn't think
Yeah.
anything further of it."
She also
So-
told us the only reason she had kids was to do the chores and clean her house. I remember when I would stay with you in the summer, she'd be like, "Well, you got to do all of the chores."
I believe that.
Yep.
Sure,
I mean, I didn't do all of the chores. I helped you all do your
Right.
chores. Like, yeah, I wasn't like
And-
Cinderella, but
that does track, because when, like, we all did chores and everything, but then when Aaron and Anna moved out because they were older, I did all the chores, and mom called me Molly Maid, which I think is rude.
that tracks. I just remember also, like, they put us in charge of, so like for all of the family holidays, it's all buffet style. So everybody has to
Mhm.
bring something. And for the longest time, Molly and I were in charge of making the wacky cake to bring
Yeah,
to
I
like
still have that
family
that
events.
recipe memorized.
Yeah, right? It's such an easy recipe. But yeah, like they'd be like, "Okay, well, we have this event in the morning. It's 9 o'clock at night. Better get this cake made so we can frost it in the morning."
Yeah.
Oh, thanks. Yeah. We were like, I don't know, middle schoolers.
Yep.
Is just for our listeners, is wacky, and I'm not a bakist person, is
Bakist.
yep, that's a technical term. Is what are the key traits of a wacky cake? Would like a lay person,
Okay.
a non-bakist, be
So-
able to describe
Yeah.
it?
There is a whole story to this. First of all, wacky cake is vegan. It doesn't have butter. It doesn't have eggs in it. So that's cool if you like I've brought it to events that I've needed a vegan recipe. But
Mhm.
also the alternative name for wacky cake is depression cake
Yep.
Mhm.
What?
because the
Mhm.
recipe was developed during the Great
Oh.
Depression
Yeah.
Yep.
when those
So
things were harder to come by.
yeah,
And it's
It was
like,
always my favorite birthday cake growing up too, because it was always
It's
just like
really
a
good.
staple. Yeah.
it's really
Charles
good.
doesn't like it. I know.
Chucky D, what is your damage?
Did
I
you guys
love that
have
we
it?
all had a visceral reaction to that. What?
Did you guys have the wacky cake with the goofy frosting though?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
That
Yeah, so the frosting, to be clear, is not vegan.
No, that has dairy. It has butter in
And
it.
butter.
But
yeah.
does it also have
And
milk in
milk.
it? Okay, so
Yeah,
it's very
and
not
powdered
vegan.
sugar and cocoa powder.
I would just like to call out that I feel like I only ever had wacky cake when visiting one of you, so I'm not really sure what goofy frosting
Oh.
is.
It's just
It's
You
just
make-
chocolate
frosting.
frosting.
Okay.
It's just
Ours
homemade
wasn't
chocolate frosting.
Our goofy frosting
ours
wasn't
wasn't
chocolate.
chocolate either.
Oh.
What?
So you
Mm-mm.
make I don't
My
Austin,
mom's was.
Austin, who does not bake,
I'm not a
for
bakist.
the goofy frosting, you make a roux.
Wait, hold on, back
helps.
up. What? You make a roux? What are
Do
you
you not know
saying?
what a roux is?
You
He doesn't know how
combine,
to do that.
yeah,
That's
I
fair.
figured.
A
So
roux.
butter and flour, and you cook it on the stovetop until
Oh.
it forms like a paste. And then once you get to that point, you can add your milk and your powdered sugar and your
And at
vanilla.
that point, is it a roux? When does it become a roux?
The roux is the butter,
The butter and the
flour.
flour.
Oh, okay. It's not
That
the
is the
Hunger Games.
roux.
Got it. Got it. Cool,
I
cool.
don't think I ever had that version of goofy frosting, so maybe I've never had goofy frosting.
My mom always liked to
Uh,
do chocolate sauce with ice cream instead of goofy frosting. So
my-
I
that's-
very,
yeah, my
mom did
very
that the most.
rarely had a goofy
No,
frosting.
that was a special occasion wacky cake.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. And it was like if I did, it was always like vanilla and she would dye it like purple for my birthday. It was
Ooh,
like
yes.
a special like
fancy.
food color it. It was so cool. But isn't that a Grandma Louie classic? Because like yeah, like depression cake, like it came from her.
Probably.
Okay, and this is way
I'll buy
off.
it.
So yeah, I was like, this is way off topic. But do you guys remember the olive hot dog situation? Do you know what I'm talking
Oh,
about?
are you
No.
talking about baked hot dogs with mashed potatoes and the olives in
Yes.
And
it?
olives?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was
I
also
don't like that.
No, it's
Who
gross.
made that?
Grandma came up
Grandma.
with it in she told me home ec in high school.
My
Like
dad
literally
really got
from
into
her
it growing
mouth,
up.
she told me. And
Yeah.
I was like,
All right.
you ruined it with olives. Like that's
Yeah, olives
horrifying.
Yeah, my family, we never put olives on it, but like they put like cheese and stuff on it. I don't
Yeah.
care. There is nothing about that scenario. Like I like all of those pieces separately.
Mhm.
It is not good together.
Yeah.
That's not
I
my,
would
no.
stand by that. That's it
yeah.
wouldn't be a choice.
Yeah, a
No.
superior sandwich is honestly like maybe some like bread, mac and cheese, egg, peanut butter,
Knew you were
probably
gonna
like
do it.
I knew that was coming the minute you opened your mouth.
Yuck.
Quite predictable.
Has that one been released yet? Where Molly knows what we're
It is
talking
released.
about?
I don't think Molly's maybe gotten to that point
I
yet.
know, but it was brought up at
Yes.
the restaurant in Jessup.
What?
Yes.
Oh.
Right,
Yeah, you were
part of the
there.
conversation. You were there.
Oh.
I was heckling you and saying you're a monster.
Everybody
in
was
front of our whole
heckling you.
family.
Oh.
Naturally.
I blocked it out.
That's fair.
That does remind
Oh, yes. I was like at the restaurant. Oh,
Yeah.
restaurant. The bar. We went to the bar.
Oh yes, it's all like
What was it?
Nelly,
Cougar's Den.
like
Cougar's Den.
Nelly Furtado. It's
Which
all
is-
coming back to me now.
No, you drive me up a wall.
I will say, after we released that episode, the person I've been seeing texted me immediately, like you. It was a negative response. It was,
You
Yes.
monster.
yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
I did have
Well,
a sandwich
This
once,
guy sounds
though.
great.
It was a peanut butter and jelly food truck, and this was in Portland, so they had like Portland ingredients. So it was peanut butter, crunchy peanut butter, Marionberry jam because that's a Portland thing, and then some Portland blue cheese
Ooh,
and
Mm.
bacon.
yum.
It sounds weird,
No,
but it was so
I would
good.
eat that.
so
That was
good.
amazing.
I would eat
If you
that.
took off the peanut butter, I would eat that. I love a Marionberry jam. My Aunt Kathleen lives in Portland
Oh.
and makes it all the
Mhm.
time and will bring it home for me, and it's the best.
It was very tasty.
As always, we have devolved into conversations about food.
We have been sidetracked. I apologize.
But yeah, so poor cousin Sally, who was your twin sister
Yes.
that Kathy murdered.
Oh, I have more to add to that.
Yes.
So on my dad's side, I have a second cousin, Carly, who was born the same day as me, like literally the
Ooh.
same day. And apparently, for mom thinks either Aaron's wedding or my wedding, I think it makes more sense to have this happen at my wedding. They were thinking about paying her and her then boyfriend to come to, we're going to say, my wedding and be like, I'm Sally.
That's sensational.
Like,
That's hilarious.
you what?
What a missed
That's
opportunity.
fantastic. Yeah,
I know. So like
they should have done it.
how I'm imagining it going down is like her, like me in my wedding dress and stuff, and then her in like a black ball gown, like going down the aisle and it's me, Sally. I'm not dead. And then like all the Nevermans freaking out. All the slum bums who know who this person is, because they're also related to her, being like, why is Carly here? And then all the Dunbars being like, I don't know what's going on.
Charles, what have you done marrying into
I
this
think
family?
they probably ended the evening asking that question anyway. The Dunbars, wondering what they got themselves into. Your wedding was a blast, but it was one of the wilder weddings that I've
Was
been
it?
to.
Yes, I
Well,
will
there was
tell you.
a food fight with your wedding
With a cake, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Who had a
Yeah,
food
it
fight
was
with was
Spomey.
it Spomey?
Spomey.
Okay.
Yeah.
I do recall seeing a picture of her like having a fistful of it, so that tracks.
Spomey is Molly's sister-in-law, for context.
Yeah, she's a great time.
She is a great time. Also,
wonderful.
our Uncle Mick took a shot ski with me at your wedding.
Dang.
It was
How
a
old were
wild
you?
time.
You were over 21.
Yeah. How
Maybe.
long have you been married? Coming on 10 years?
It will be 11 years. So yeah.
Mm-hmm.
11 years ago.
Yeah, because
wow.
you got married 2 weeks before my friend got
I was
married.
23.
Okay.
Yeah.
Those are the updates that I have about Sally.
Those are good ones. I
Good
love it.
times.
And I love Kathy's 2 cents. Also, she is
Mhm.
lovely. And I feel like
Agreed.
this
She really is.
really paints a horrifying picture to anyone without any of this like background knowledge of her.
No, Kathy's a great time.
Yes.
She got
She
a bad
really
rap.
is.
Darn
All
kids
because
anyway.
of Aaron.
Yeah. They
It
ruin
is
it.
100% because of Aaron. Maybe a little because of Sarah, but mostly Aaron.
Yeah.
Freaking what a combination. Like
You know
literally
what?
those 2 9-year-olds, not shocked. Little psychopaths.
Yeah. Do you know what? Like, so you started learning about Sally when you were 4, maybe 5. Okay. And the adults didn't find out about this. So if you are almost 40 and you learned about this when you were 4, that is 3 decades that no adult bothered to ask a
No.
question.
Like, how can you
I
keep
just-
this a secret?
It
wasn't intentional.
No.
Quiet people.
I just think they were like, let them be together as a mass of
Right.
children and we're gonna not be
Yeah.
in it.
Yeah. I remember getting pushed down into a lot of basements. Like, go down there. The kids are down there.
Yes.
Leave me alone.
Speaking of that, can we go sidetrack from the playroom? And did any of this happen to you guys? Because remember, like, so Julie's house in Oline, her like house she lives in now, they
Yeah.
have like that basement and it's not
Mhm.
completely finished, and there's a closet back there, and I
Mhm.
want to say Eric
Yep.
and someone else locked me in there and told me that spiders were going to eat the flesh off my body.
Yeah. I remember getting in big trouble on that
So-
one. And I was not involved. I was there.
Well,
I
I
don't
was like
know.
sitting in there
Complicit.
sobbing.
Complicit, Haley.
I
I
100%
was watching
believe
the
you.
little children. Yeah. No, I remember that happening. And
Yeah.
I do know it was Eric. I don't remember who the other person was.
I don't either.
I
remember that.
absolutely believe that Eric did that.
Yes.
And I absolutely believe your version of it, but yeah, that tracks.
Yeah.
That's how I recall it. Slightly traumatized.
Yeah. I remember you went upstairs and whined to your mom, and then she came downstairs and yelled at all of us. And I was like,
Oh.
I was
Yeah,
just
do it
sitting
again.
here.
I have an Eric story. So Eric is a doctor. He always knew that he wanted to be a doctor. Like when
Yeah.
he was a
Day
child,
one.
when we were playing, he's like, I want to play doctor, and not in a weird way, like literally just like, I want to pretend to be a doctor. But one of the things that he would do for science was collect our farts. And that's one of my first memories of Eric.
Good times, great old
Yes.
days.
Knowledge I didn't have about him, and I'm really happy to have it now. Well, that's good. That's really funny.
Yeah.
We've brought up Eric a lot in this episode.
Yeah,
What's up,
shout
man?
out Eric. I mean, it's for science, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
what
Sure.
did he think he was gonna do with it?
I mean,
I don't
people
know.
can sell that on the internet these days.
Well, I don't know if you know this, but
couldn't
back
then.
then the internet didn't exist.
He's been holding them in there for 30 years.
So again, this would have been when I was like 4 years old. This occurred around the time that Sally originated. It was a intense time in my
Well, we
life.
should clarify maybe that the reason why you spent so much time with that particular group of siblings was because
Yeah.
you lived across the street from them.
Right. So we were out near Jessup.
Well, across it, like down the
Yeah.
road from each
No,
other.
we were literally across the road from each other. So we were at each
Yeah.
other's houses all the time. And
Mhm.
we're all in the same age range from like in order. It's like Aaron, Sarah, Anna, Eric. Well, it's not all in order because then it's Betsy, me.
Yeah.
So we're just together constantly.
Yeah.
And the two older ones, I mean, I'd say we're all quirky in our own ways, but like Aaron and Sarah together were diabolical.
That's
Yeah.
facts.
100%.
That's so good.
Oh, memes.
I was like, you've really brought some fresh material for me today, and I love that.
I hope Eric remembers. Or I hope he doesn't remember. I don't know.
Either.
Well, if you were
Either way.
4, he is old enough he should remember.
Right.
Well, any other thoughts, feelings, or concerns about Sally? Before we move into the final segment of our day.
Any questions, Austin?
I think we've answered them all.
Oh, good.
I think
Any
we've
ones I'm-
shocked him into silence.
Well, I mean, it is interesting though. I feel like maybe Haley, you have a similar experience, but I like grew up in the city comparatively, so I was removed in a lot of ways from these shenanigans.
Yes and no, because like while I grew up in town, I spent a lot of time with Molly. So we were always at whatever house they lived in at the time, because we even if it wasn't like if we were back for the holidays, we would stay with them for the weekend, but then I would also stay with Molly for a week in the summer, and then Molly would come stay for a week at my house. So not quite as removed because I was with them a lot. So I also got my time, I guess, as a farm kid a little bit. So yeah, it was definitely an adventure when we would go to Molly's house, for sure.
All right, let's move on to Taylor Swift. I have thoughts and feelings on this.
Wonderful. All right, we're going to move into the last section of our day. Are we ready for Taylor? Where we do a deep dive into a Taylor Swift song. The song we are going to talk about today is A State of Grace from the Red album. Austin, you're ready to go. What are your thoughts, feelings, and favorite lyric?
Well, I listened to it several times again today, maybe for the first time, and learned that I had not heard the song before. And then I was like, all right, this is definitely one of her earlier albums, because that's where I have like most of the gaps. I didn't get into Taylor's music until like I think some of the Fearless songs hit my radar, and Red was after it. Is that right? So it was still like a slow burn to like becoming more fond of Taylor's music. So I think actually a lot of the Red album I'm not familiar with. And so this is definitely one of them. I know, sacrilege. So I listened to it several times. I will say, one thing I know about myself is that the more I listen to something, the more I like it. So by the fifth time, I was like, all right. But I also am not fond. I don't generally go for country or rock and roll or soft rock. This is something in that range. And so it didn't necessarily stick with me. I don't know, maybe you'd describe it a different way, but it wasn't necessarily my vibe. And I noticed that because I wasn't even listening to the lyrics. I was like, all right, I'm not jammed to this thing. I don't have a lot of good things to say, guys, but I mean, it's a fine song. It's probably well crafted. I took a look at the lyrics because I wasn't listening to them, and I did. Well, do you want my?
God.
Do you want my?
Yeah, I want your favorite lyric.
Okay, I did. I mean, generally enjoy her lyrics, even if I'm not like that's not a song I in particular vibe to.
Mhm.
And in this one, what stuck out to me was her quote about we learn to live with the pain, mosaic broken hearts. I especially like the mosaic broken heart thing because it just kind of represents
Mhm.
how we all have an emotional journey that we're on and we're shaped by a lot of experiences. So yeah, that was my experience today listening to the song for the first time.
Awesome. Molly, let's get your thoughts as the newcomer here before you dive into, people that have heard the song more than once.
So I also heard the song for the first time today, and I
Mhm.
listened to it one time, and then
One was enough.
I had to walk away, and it wasn't due to it being Taylor Swift. Taylor had nothing to do with this. Something came up, and I never circled back. I thought it was a lovely song. I will listen to it again. Looking at the lyrics now, it looks like the overall theme is just like, just finding someone and loving them, flaws and all, as they love you, flaws and all, because you are real people. And I'm like, that's lovely.
Mm-hmm.
Did you, looking back at the lyrics now, did you come up with a favorite lyric or you're still unsure?
Let's see. I just like the title, The State of Grace.
Mhm.
That is something that we are talking a lot about in our home, of offering people grace because we are
Mhm.
all imperfect and we need to give people that room to be imperfect while still having good
Mhm.
intentions. So it echoes back to something that we're talking about at home a lot with the kids.
Yeah, did
Nice.
you all think that state of grace she was referring to love as being a state of grace, the act of loving as a state of grace, or did y'all think of that as something different?
I mean, I think like what Molly said, I think it's the state of grace with the person that she's in a relationship with at this time. Like she mentions like you're not a saint, like just little things where like Tamale said, like loving them flaws and all. Like um so that's kind of what I guess pictured it as like Molly said, like it's an imperfect relationship and you have to, in order to be in the relationship, you have to give each other grace.
Mm-hmm. It's an imperfect
That's how I took it.
relationship because you're imperfect people, because that's how
Mhm.
people are.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Wonderful. Well, thank you for contributing, Molly. Danielle, do you want to go first or do you want me to go first?
I can. I love this song and it was always on my running playlist. So when I was listening to it like today for a refresher, I was like, oh, I want to run. And then again, back to my bad hip, I cannot, but it like amped me up. But I love Red just as an album. It's one of my favorite ones. And then, I mean, I don't know that I have anything like additional to add to it. I feel like the lyrics, like we had talked about, are like loving people imperfect, but it is a really like upbeat to me, at least, like
Mm-hmm.
beat and song. Wow, this is so profound, you guys. I feel like I'm not even saying words. But I was like, I mean, I feel like Molly did a really good job of like describing it. Honestly, I have nothing
Mm-hmm.
to super add, except for my favorite lyrics are "You're my Achilles heel. This is the golden age of something good, right and real."
I have a
I like that.
question, just for context. What are other songs on your running list, Danielle? Like, what other things made that list?
Oh my God. I'd have to like actually look at it. I don't know that I can conjure that up. Haunted by Taylor Swift is also on there,
What?
if you're wondering.
What? I have so many questions.
How many Taylor Swift songs are on your running list?
A handful, for sure. It's pretty chaotic, to be honest with you. It's everything from like Taylor Swift to like Doechii to Kanye, which I don't like him, and I'm so sorry, Taylor, but there are some good run-in songs. And then yeah, like Cardi B. I mean, we're all over the place, man.
Learned so much.
Yeah.
Hey, Haley, what do you think about the song?
I've definitely heard the song before because I do also love the Red album. I just haven't listened to it in a while. But I really liked it was more of like poppy country than like truly country, which is most of the Red album. It's not really traditional country. It's more
Right.
poppy anyway. But yeah, it just made me think of like it's such like a happy fun song. Like I felt like I should have been like a teenager driving with like my windows down, hanging out with all my girlfriends. That's kind of like the vibes of like the music at least. And then so the Red album is like around the time when she was dating Jake Gyllenhaal. So this just makes me think that the song obviously is about Jake Gyllenhaal and how they certainly did not have a perfect relationship, which we can get into at some point when we discuss All Too Well. But
I know nothing about this, but Danielle's eyebrows are telling a story.
oh,
I have
yes.
feelings.
Yes, there's a lot. Yeah, well, All Too Well is like a fantastic song. But
Yeah, we stream sing it at Ryan
yeah, we
every
do.
time we're in the car together.
He really loves it.
He likes it a
every
lot.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah, every time. It's a great song. But so I mean, because yeah, like one of the lyrics is just twin fire signs, 4 blue eyes. Well, obviously, if you know All Too Well, you know that that's a reference to Jake Gyllenhaal. So yeah, it's just again one of those songs like it's a happy song, and then you listen to the lyrics and you're like, who hurt you? But obviously it was him. So and then my favorite lyrics, Austin, are like right along yours. It was so you were never a saint, and I loved in shades of wrong. So again, like just bring that imagery of like it's clearly a not great relationship, but they still really love each other. She was very young at this time, so I feel like the younger you are, sometimes the more you just feel those like overwhelming feelings of love, even if it's not a great relationship. And then, we learn to live with the pain, mosaic, broken hearts. But this love is brave and wild. That I liked those, like the bookends of that bridge about, you were never a saint, but the love is brave and wild. Again, just like really makes me think of like young love and how sometimes it can be really not a great relationship, but you're just feeling those feelings so overwhelmingly that yeah, so those are my thoughts on State of Grace.
Yeah, can I just round off from this song to the Red album in general? I was just reviewing the actual like all the songs listed on here. There are definitely more on here than I realized I knew, like Stay, 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 22, I Knew You Were Trouble, now
That's a
State of
banger.
Grace. Well, I'm looking at this, I feel like this whole album is like a mixed bag. Because the one we listened to for today, like you were saying, is more like in a country vibe. But like 22 22 and I Knew You Were Trouble, not so much. Stay, Stay, Stay was like, I don't know, kind of like, I like Stay, 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 but it's more country-esque, right? So it's interesting.
Yeah, I mean, again, like the era of like Jake Gyllenhaal, they were so on again, off again, and like contention, like there was so much going on in that time of her life that obviously it's very reflected in the album. And she was still like considered a country artist, but she was heading towards pop. So a very transformative time of her life. She learned a lot of lessons, I think, in the process of getting to this album.
Also, I feel like it's a mixed bags of like feelings for songs too, because you were talking about like different like music styles, but also feelings. And then if you just want to ruin your whole day and ugly cry, listen to Ronan. I mean, what a time to be alive.
If you want to rage, you can listen to We Are Never Getting Back Together. Amazing.
Also a banger. But
Yeah.
yeah, I was like, that song is so sad. Like beautiful, but I literally cannot listen to it.
Yeah.
So
yeah, so for fans who are listening, Ronan is about a little boy that was a big Taylor Swift fan, and he sadly passed away from, was it cancer?
Yeah.
And she wrote the song for him, so as a tribute to him, which is really lovely, but also a very sad song because he was a boy, not like
He was like
you know,
4, I think. He was
not
little.
like a grown man, like a small child. So very sad topic and song, but a beautiful tribute to a fan. So
Mhm.
and ending on a sad note.
As we do.
As we
could
do.
bring up
All
food
right.
again.
Any other thoughts or feelings about State of Grace or the Red Album, or really anything that we have discussed today before we move into wrapping things up?
No, but thanks for joining us, Molly.
Yeah,
thanks,
Molly.
Thank you for inviting me. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Good. I'm glad you had a good time. You can report back to all of the cousins that it was not traumatizing, and if they'd like to hop on, it's not scary at all. We're mostly nice. So there's that.
Nicer than we are in person. So
They
Yeah.
should at least know what they're getting into. Like it's a conversation with your cousins.
Yeah, we
It's
just
what it is.
pretty breezy.
record it. Yeah. Perfect. Well, yeah, thanks again for coming. So episode 8, we are going to be going over communication styles, and the song that we will be reviewing by Taylor Swift is My Tears Ricochet. So moving into a new era, new songs. But yeah, that is all we've got for today. If you have any burning questions that you'd like us to ask each other in the future, make sure you drop them in the comments. Otherwise, we'll see you all next time.
Bye.
Toodles.
Yeah.
Bye.